Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a very special edition of the Grizzly Digital Network. We have a very important announcement for you as we're joined now by Chase Hodges and 15 of his closest friends here. Chase, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Matt.
First thing we want to do is just congratulate you on all your success. Not necessarily just national titles 14 and 15 that sit here in between us, but your family's growing and now professional opportunity has opened its doors for you, and you've had to make a very tough decision. So let's get into it here. What are your emotions like on a day like today?
Today, for lack of better vocabulary, is just a sad day for me. I've been here since 2012 and, love GGC more than anything. Love our tennis programs. And today I'm now announcing my resignation as the head men and women's tennis coach to accept a professional opportunity outside of collegiate coaching. But at the end of the day, it's been an incredible 10 years, and I wouldn't, trade a day for anything.
You will be stepping away from your responsibilities as head coach
Correct.
of GGC Tennis, but it's going to send a lot of shocking waves across the country, especially in the tennis world, and it's going to be a lot for all of us to process. So I want to kind of go back to the beginning.
Sure.
Have you had a chance to reflect on what the GGC tennis programs have become?
A little bit, not enough time. Obviously, we just picked up 2 more in Mobile a few weeks ago, so I'm really looking forward to taking the next couple weeks, months, what have you, life to really reflect on all that we've accomplished here. But ultimately, it's been a total team effort with all my coaching staff and administration, and really our entire athletic department has played a role in all 15 of these. And for me personally, it's been just a joy to see all our student athletes collect all these accolades and win national championships. And when I started here July 1st, 2012, I never would expect that I'd be sitting here with 15 of these. I was hoping to win a couple, but didn't expect 15. So when you look back on the journey, it's obviously something that I'm gonna have an enormous amount of pride, and it's something that probably never be duplicated.
I've always heard coaches talk about how they're in the business of impacting young people.
Yeah.
But when you get an opportunity to spend 10 years in one place,
Yeah.
who has impacted you, whether it's players, administrators, other coaches in the industry? Who's had an impact on Chase Hodges?
Well, I think of Dr. Darren Wilson has been a major one. Dr. Wilson's allowed me to be myself, to come in here and run these 2 programs the way that I'd like to run them, and he's provided an enormous amount of support and been a great mentor for me, and our relationship's going to continue. Obviously, it's going to continue in a different way now, but he's been a phenomenal mentor, and obviously my dad has been a huge one for me throughout my career, and I think he's probably the saddest person in the world right now that this reign is coming to an end. But ultimately, everyone's played a small part, and I'm just very, very, I would say, looking back on my time here, I'm just extremely appreciative of all the support.
Give me an idea. This is a story that I'm going to try my best to tell
Yep.
forever. Is the fact that you were our first original head coach that started the tennis program from scratch.
Yep.
As you look back, what's a skill set an individual needs to have to start a tennis program from nothing to 15 national championships and the nation's longest winning streak in the history of college athletics?
Yeah, I mean, it's you got to eat, sleep, and breathe it. I've done that here for Grizzly Tennis. Wake up every day. That's all I think about 24/7. Obviously, I have a family, a beautiful wife and children that you need to be able to put in all your time because family's first. However, from a career standpoint, you got to go all in. You can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And that's one thing that I feel like I've done is I've gone 110% all in. And from a recruiting standpoint, from a player relationship standpoint, from everything, from a wanting to win standpoint, from a competitive standpoint. And if you're not willing to do that, you probably shouldn't be in the coaching industry, because for me, I think that's the only way to go about it. And luckily for us, it's paid off. But once again, I've had a ton of assistant coaches along the way and phenomenal players, and it's really all about them. But the coach at the top has really got to have that mentality that they're willing to go out there and do anything they got to do to get the job done.
this is the part of the interview and the portion where I like to put you on the spot. So here it comes. You know, I wouldn't let you walk out that door without putting on your spot one more last time.
Sure.
So, what are some of the fondest memories that you're going to have coaching the Grizzlies on the courts in the competition, whether it's practices, games, championships? What are some of your fondest memories of GGC tennis?
Well, I say I've had a lot of weddings that I've been able to see, some among Grizzly players, which has been incredible. The graduations have been amazing. Our first win, I remember that one like it was yesterday, our first national championship. Obviously, Mobile's been an incredible place. The men 32-0 in competition in Mobile, women 31-1. Just thinking about all the wins that we've been able to stack up, the winning streaks have been massive. And ultimately for me, it's been more of not one moment, but just a collection of everything. And, if you look back on the entire body of work, I'd say the most impressive, really, if you go back to 2014, was winning 2 national championships in our first year of eligibility. That kind of set the stage for all the rest of these trophies up here. So I think that would be the most special one.
You may be stepping away from your responsibilities as head coach, but you're not going to go far. You and your family are going to stay here in Atlanta. You're not moving. You're going to be still connected to the program as an advisor.
Yeah.
So provide some clarity for that. What does that mean, and will I still get to see you in Mobile in May?
Absolutely. The advisor is really an opportunity for me to assist the coaching staff in any way that I can and make this transition as easy as possible, and also play whatever role I can in making sure that this team stays on top. One thing is for sure is I want this program to continue to be successful. I want the streaks to continue. I want the national titles to continue just as much as when I was the coach. So whatever I can do to help this program and play a role and help the coaching staff, that's what the advisor's all about.
So you're here to tell me you're not selling the vacation home in Mobile. I can still crash on the couch the third weekend in May.
Mobile is, that might be my favorite city in the world. In fact, I may move to Mobile remotely, so we'll see.
Talk about the timing of this.
Yeah.
Why now in your career with a change? And I know that decision's been very hard for you, but talk about the timing of it.
Oh, it's been extremely difficult. Definitely a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of, going back and forth in my head. And, I can say one thing, when I came here and took this opportunity in 2012, it was a risk, leaving being a head Division I coach at multiple universities and coming to Georgia Gwinnett to start something from scratch. It was a risk, and it turned out to be the best move of my life from a career standpoint, coming to GGC. Best move I ever made. Will never regret it. Phenomenal 10 years. This situation here is an opportunity for me to, get my feet wet in the professional tennis world and make an impact there. At 45 years of age, you don't see many people making career changes, but for me, it's all about taking risk and doing something that can ultimately really impact the game as a whole. And that's one of the opportunities I think Universal Tennis provides.
That's the next thing I want to get into is, I think what everyone's here to know is, where are you going and what are going to be your job responsibilities in the next step?
Yeah, I've been named the Vice President of Universal Tennis, which is a global platform which connects players throughout the world. It's really, in the world of tennis, is probably the best known platform in the world, and really trying to make an impact there. As VP of that company, it's a tech-based company based in California. There's a lot of initiatives that we can pursue to get an even further reach on the game, and just having the opportunity to really influence the game all across the world is the next step.
Well, I know you said at the top of this, it's a sad day.
Yeah.
We will certainly miss you on a daily basis, but we also are very excited. We also want to tell you congratulations.
Yeah.
I know for me professionally, you took a baseball guy and turned him into a tennis fan, not just emotionally attached to the Grizzlies, but to the sport too as well. So thank you personally too as well. You and Vanessa have been so kind and so generous to my wife and myself, and you're always going to be close in our hearts. And we know this isn't the last we're going to see of you, but to the Grizzly fans out there, this may be. You'll be working hard behind the scenes with GGC Tennis, but I wanted to give you this opportunity. I want you to have the floor. What do you want to say? Who do you want to thank? These will be your parting words as GGC head men's and women's tennis coach.
Absolutely, and thank you, Matt. You guys have done an incredible job, Grizzly Digital Network, covering our sport. I tell other tennis coaches all over the country, I say we have the best in the country. You guys do an incredible job showcasing our program. me personally, as a signing off as the tennis coach here at GGC, I just want to, give another thank you and let everyone know, that this program is going to continue to be the best in the country. That's one thing. Just because I'm stepping away, I really expect this program to continue to thrive, continue to put this athletic department in a phenomenal situation, continue to win titles. I'm going to miss every day of coming to work. I absolutely love GGC. I'm going to be the biggest supporter of GGC athletics. And, it's one of those where, like I told Dr. Wilson, if I was going to stay in coaching, I would have stayed here until he would have had to kick me out of here, until I would have been an old man, literally. That's how special this place is to me. And, for all those that are watching, I appreciate all the support for our programs. And, there's a lot of great things to come for GGC Tennis.
Well, that'll do it for us here in a special edition of the Grizzly Digital Network. Chase, I got to hear it one more time.
Go Grizz.